Yes, Honorable Chair, and thank you. If it will not be unconstitutional and it will be legal, I think that the DOH will be more than willing to assume that responsibility and be given that body.
Actually, Asik Bayugo, it's already written in the charter of the PhilHealth that the DOH must actually come up with such an organization. So, but I just spelled out more concretely and specifically the functions of those two big organizations. Because we, according to the good attorney or the good lawyer, that we cannot come up with a bill that will actually mandate our government to recognize a particular group of medical health institution as the official representative of such an institution or healthcare providers. So, may we ask the opinion or the comment of the PAMS and PMA, and if we have no objection, maybe we can mandate the DOH to proceed with that body.
Your Honors, we are very much elated, and we do certainly appreciate the Chair for proposing this. We understand that the PhilHealth Charter provides for recognition of national associations of healthcare professionals. But the problem is right now is that we need to codify this in order to avoid the possibility of exercise of arbitrary discretion. Because as regards, I hope PhilHealth would understand our concern here. With respect to such accreditation of national association, PhilHealth has not even come to us, has not even reached out and asked us if we would be willing to apply for accreditation. In fact, that is one of the concerns. When we filed the case, one of their answers is that we cannot really recognize PAMS precisely because you are not an accredited national association. And in our reply, we informed them, how can we be accredited when in the first place, we were never even made aware that there is a need for us to be accredited. Because when our members applied for accreditation as healthcare professionals, such provision was not made known to us. So that's why, in view of the suggestion of the Honorable Congressman, Your Honor, we believe that a particular provision to that effect, subject to style, will have to be put in the law and will not be made subject of implementing rules and regulations, which may become ambivalent as we go on, depending, of course, on the temperament of the board or the corporation. So we would really appreciate if you will give us time to submit our proposed inclusion of such amendment containing the same import as Your Honor has suggested. Okay. And probably the other groups can also do that.
Yes. For these two provisions, may we ask the Department of Health to come up with the wordings that can be placed, no, so that everybody can be in agreement already. If I may suggest, let's say for a representative of healthcare institutions to be endorsed by the National Associations of Healthcare Institutions, and then let's say to mention a few or to include, I think you should specify, I don't know if we have to specify those names, and for other organizations that can come out in the future. I don't know what guarantee would you like to have. Yes, Attorney.
Your Honor, I was part of the technical working group, incidentally, that drafted the law creating the National Youth Commission. And I even remember, with respect to national youth organizations, the law specifically provides for guidelines and mechanisms. And what national youth organizations should do is merely to apply for accreditation. So probably what we can do here is that the DOH can sort of come up with guidelines, and those existing national organizations, whether they be relating to the field of medicine or nursing, etc., probably they could apply for accreditation. And once they are approved as accredited members, they can now be part of the body that may decide on representation.
But we are just working on this particular provision of PhilHealth under the PhilHealth bill. So let us make DOH craft those very important words that would tackle the healthcare
Yes, Your Honor.
institutions and healthcare providers, while at the same time, if we can also request from the Department of Health, maybe on a separate document, if you can come up with a plan on how you are going to operationalize the coming up of the national associations for healthcare professionals, and maybe in those in that document you can put already operational guidelines, so that the different members of the different organizations who are here present can be given a copy and they can apply already for that. Because if this bill is going to be made into law this year, so the creation of the National Association of Providers and Institutions must also be created together with this law in order for the PhilHealth to be guided accordingly. I cannot blame PhilHealth right now for coming up with a statement that PMA is the only recognized organization, because before this technical working group meeting, I think only 10% of this room who are here present would know that you exist. 90% of these people does not even know that you were born already. So, with all due respect to the PhilHealth, also with that guidelines that you will be having, they can be guided accordingly.